So reflecting on your 30 years with the company, what motivated you to join in the first place, and how has that motivation evolved?
Well, I had a job in the printing industry. I used to operate the guillotine. It's a big cutter that cuts paper and things like that. But quite a difficult industry. So I needed to find something that can secure my future and things like that. And I spoke to a few friends who was working at Mustek at the time, and asked them to see if they could organize an interview for me. And the interview was organized. Did the interview with Ernest. I think it was on a Friday I did the interview with him. On the Monday he called me to say I can come in, I can start working. I went to my job, I wrote out a note there, gave them a minute notice and I left and I started at Mustek. And yeah, I think the motivation is you must be driven in any sense, right? If you want a better future, you must be driven at all times. You can't slack off at any point. When you have a family, you can't slack off at any point. Because it's not just for you. Most of the time it's for them. That's my biggest motivation.
And you started at Mustek in
94.
And your departments did you join?
Department was assembly for a year in Cape Town. Transferred to Johannesburg to get more experience. Stayed there for a year. Got back to Cape Town again, back to assembly. But then I got promoted to technician, doing the laptop repairs.
And how has that evolved over time? And what are you doing? What work are you doing now?
Well, basically, I'm doing everything that a technician can do. Mustek likes to call it a general technician. So I suppose I'll class myself as a general technician because I'm doing everything and supervising at the same time. But I enjoy it. I love working on electronics and things like that. So it's never too much for me. I can always find myself fiddling with something. That's fine with me.
Do you find that you spend any of your personal time messing around with computers, fixing up family members' computers and things like that?
No, I try to actually stay away from it as much as possible. Even people that I know, I try not to tell them what I do because then you get people asking favors. Can you organize me this? Can you buy me a computer on your name? Things like that. So I try and stay away from it as much as possible.
What do you do on your downtime?
I coach baseball. I do a lot with my kids. I try to keep fit. Doesn't always work, but yeah. Mainly baseball.
Does that help you to just wind down at the end of the week?
These days, definitely. These days. You've got a big bat in your hand. I'm sure you can think of a lot of things to do with that, but hitting the ball is it's quite relaxing.
Awesome. What significant changes have you observed in the IT industry throughout your time? Yeah.
Well, it's become simpler but more difficult in the same process as everything. So it was quite complicated when we started out working with DOS formats and things like that. But everything has been simplified now, and yet it seems like everything is slower now compared to then. It's actually a little bit crazy how the IT industry has changed, but it has changed, and it's going to change even further.
When you started, as far as I understand, we were mainly doing desktop machines.
Desktop.
The scope has opened quite a bit
Yeah.
since then. As you say, you consider yourself a general technician
General
now.
technician, yeah.
How did you grow in that? How did you evolve yourself in getting to understand such a broad landscape in hardware? for
Yeah. Look, I suppose if you want to survive in an industry that is very cutthroat, you need to evolve and basically make yourself irreplaceable, or hope that you are irreplaceable by continuously learning about new stuff and things like that. So, self-taught most of the things that I've achieved is mainly self-taught. Mustek has provided opportunities for studies and things like that, which I've used. But once again, you have to be self-motivated to want to achieve something better. You can't just sit on one place, stay in one position, things like that. Like, there are some people that do things like that. So unfortunately for them, they're just gonna have to stay there.
Can you share a memorable moment from your time here that you feel particularly proud of, or that had a significant impact on you?
There's a lot of things that happened at Mustek over the years. The fact that I'm still here is memorable on its own.
So yeah, there have been the ups and downs
Yeah.
at Mustek, but you've managed to
Yeah.
endure that and push
Yeah.
through.
The significance of me actually still having a job in this day and age and still prospering is testament to, I think maybe more so to Mustek's durability, things like that. They've had to evolve to stay on top of the situation, and they have.
What are you most proud of over the last 30 years?
Most proud of. Suppose myself for my endurance, that I've been able to continue working for my health, things like that, because you don't get a lot of people that can still do the physical work at my age, but I enjoy the physical work. I think it keeps me healthy.
How's the company culture evolved since you started?
The culture is similar, but a lot has changed. And I think the company's culture is trying to keep up with what the rest of South Africa is doing and things like that. But in the same breath, you also have to make sure that people are taken care of. You have to take care of people, people take care of you. If you look after people, people will look after the company as well.
As much as things have changed over the years, what has stayed the same with the company culture? How do you find things have stayed constant?
What has stayed constant is that there is still people here that have started many years ago. And those people are still carrying that same culture around with them. Hard work, putting your head down, getting the job done. So I don't want to blame the next generation and things like that, but that is the only thing that will get you to where you want to be. Hard work. You want to climb the ladder too fast, you're going to fall from the ladder as quickly as you went up there. So just be patient, take your time, work hard.
In your opinion, what sets Mustek apart from others in the industry? And how has that contributed to your loyalty over the last 3 decades?
I think what sets it apart, Mustek, is security. It's been mainly very secure over the past years that I've been here. There's always been rewards and stuff like that for hard work, and it shows. There's a lot of hard working people in the background that you don't see, and that has taken the company from where it was until where it is today.
I think you've touched on this a little bit already, but as someone with the experience that you've got, what advice would you give to new employees, as you've said, the current generation, just starting their journey here?
If you want to be successful in life, first thing you need is patience. You need to take your time with things. Don't jump from job to job or expect to go from, if you work in 6 months, you expect a promotion or things like that. Be patient. Take your time. That's the only thing that can get you to the successful place that you want to be.
Looking ahead, what are your hopes and aspirations for the company's future? And how do you envision your role within that future landscape?
Well, Mustek is going to grow continuously, with or without me. I just hope that I can continue providing what I provided for the company for as long as I possibly can.
Thank you again, and well done on 30 years.
Excellent.